episode number 15 of Out of My Depth in Paradise. I am the FM Novice, and you join us at a point in time where we are hanging on to our job with a very, very thin thread. The board are satisfied with the management of our team. We are playing in the League Cup first round, second leg. We have a 3-1 lead. Effectively, in this cup competition, we have to reach the final. Otherwise, we have not met expectation. That is going to be a very difficult ask. And the league, well, 13 points off the top, even though we do have a game in hand. So let's get us up to speed with where we've been since we were last together. We were last together for the 1-0 win over Revengers. So we haven't played a huge amount of football. We beat La Paz 4-1, 2 goals from Agafinfi, 2 goals from Anacora, giving us a relatively routine victory. That was 1-1 at one point, but we got through and won that one comfortably. Then Linete away from home, a 0-0 draw in this one, which, to be fair, they're top of the league, so that's not the worst result in the world. But then a really disappointing defeat to Côte d'Or. 1-0 down for a penalty despite doing quite well in the first half. We then got back to 2-1 up. I thought, yes, we can actually get the result here. But then we capitulated and lost the game 3-2. Then Northern Dynamo away from home, a comfortable 2-0 victory. Manes Maria and Sefifo Rose scoring in that one. Agafinfi did break his foot in that one, which means he's going to be out for another 3 months, which is fantastic. The second long-term injury we've had this season. And then the first leg away at Foresters, Law, Fred and Suzette giving us the lead. We were 1-0 down there, but we came back to secure the victory. And it means we have a 2-goal advantage going into this second leg. So I mentioned about the injuries. Syrupin Barb, torn groin muscles, going to be out for another 4 weeks. He's been out for 5 weeks already. Edgar Oniza has been out for 4 months, got another 8 months left at least for him. Agafinfi been out for 2 weeks, another 4 months left for him. And Mafiot's been out for about 4 weeks, but he is very close to being out. No, he's not. He's just got injured, so he's been out for 1 or 2 days. He's got another 4 weeks. No, let's just rewind, and then yeah, he's 1 day away from full fitness. So that's a positive. We've got 1 guy coming back, but that's 4 players who you'd expect to see in our first team squad this season out injured, which is awesome. But we have just had the board sign off on improvement to our youth facilities. Not that we'll be here to see that come to fruition, because it's not going to be started at the end of the season, and it's not going to be finished until the end of mid next season. So a difficult time for us all at the moment. So we are playing at home today. The tactic is the 4-5-1. We're on counter. According to the board, we've had a decent run of form recently. We're doing quite well, which is why they signed off on the youth facilities. But even though that they're still only satisfied with my job. Okay, fair enough. We are decimated by international call-ups at the moment. Leopold, Anacora, Lucas and Sinon. So 3 of our main strikers are all away on international duty at the moment. They're only in the B squad, which is a bit frustrating. They're probably all good enough to play for the senior side. However, we can't complain. Well, we will, but I doubt anyone really cares. The side to today's game: Thomas Hall in goal, Devaldo Hall out right back, the left back Sefofo Rose, Esther and Niza are the 2 central defenders. Les Bronch from the right, Law from the left, Maria Suzette and Suzette in the middle. That's Tangana and Peter Suzette, with Ronald Fred up front. We have a very good record against this side, so we usually beat them. And a 2-goal advantage, you would say we should be through to the next round with no massive amount of stress or worry. However, this is Football Manager, and we are the holders of this competition, so I fully expect us to lose somehow. We'll find a way, unless Bronze eases my nerves slightly with a back post finish from a good cross by Law. Les Bronze has been quite quiet recently, not in the goals, but it's good to see him return to form, though Lebonga Oniza has picked up a booking, which is not in a good position. I seem to recall saying a few episodes ago we need to somehow get ourselves through to being to youth intake day. That's the words I was failing to find, and then we could strengthen. I'm almost tempted to say exactly the same thing now, because we are hanging on a little bit as Hall breaks through and makes it 1-0. Kitson Hall, a good first touch and forcing the ball into the back of the net to make it 1-0. We are desperately waiting for a good intake day. We have improved facilities since last year, so hopefully that will be reflected in the players coming through, and we'll have 1 or 2 who are good enough to get into our first team squad straight away. So Lesbron gets to the back post, and almost a carbon copy of the first goal to put us back in the head of the game. which is pretty good. We have been very, very good in this first half of this game, which is a pleasant surprise. But we are defending an attack now. Maria on the ball into Tomanga Suzette. He finds Law. Plenty of space. You don't give that guy too much space. He's already got 2 assists, but he just runs away and gives the ball away. Long ball over the top. Kitson Hall looks to be in. Good tackle. Header down. 2-2. Schumacher Marengo makes it 2-2 on the day. 5-3 on aggregate. I'm not going to panic yet, but the next goal is crucial in this game. We are going to tell the boys to concentrate just before we get to half time, making sure we don't concede a goal on the stroke of that half time whistle. Unsurprisingly, L'Esperance has had a very good game, an 8.7 so far, because he's got 2 goals. That's the only reason why he's playing so well. I'm just going to tell the boys to do not get complacent, to keep things focused, but they're getting a bit stressed and hacked off about that, which is a bit frustrating. This is not going well. Just tell the boys, a lot more to come. Well, that hasn't gone well. L'Esperance and Hall have been completely demotivated for that one. It's alright. L'Esperance has only been our best player in the first half. What man management skills this man has. If it can go wrong, it is going wrong for us at the moment. Bibi on the ball. Finds Marengo. Can he turn? He can't. He finds Manu. Manu driving forward. But it's a good tackle by Suzette. Suzette on the ball, looking for options. He's a bit isolated there, but he finds L'Esperance. L'Esperance whips the ball into the near post, and Fred is there. Fred makes it 3-2 on the night. 6-3 on aggregate. A lovely little finish at the near post from a L'Esperance cross. The goal scorer has turned provider there and given us a great advantage now. But we just got to make sure we deal with this defensive play well. Anise on the ball. Finds Rose on the left-hand side. Now Maria. Delors. Backside to Maria. Suzette. Fred. We're dangerous here. Ball for top. Suzette shoots, but it's saved by Sarmadinen in the goal. We've started this second half very, very strongly. Defensively, though, we are not looking wonderful. But that has been the case for the majority of the season, in all honesty, as that back pass could have gone very, very wrong. As always, I am nervous when our defenders are trying to play the ball at their feet. Fred to Maria. Shoots from distance. Oh, that's a sensational goal by Manis Maria. Doesn't score a huge amount of goals, but generally speaking, they're either a superb strike like that one or a crucial goal. And that is 4-2, 7-3. And you would hope we've got enough to see ourselves through from this point on. As Suzette is on the ball. Into Fred. He loses the ball, but it's a ball that should be claimed and is by Thomas Hall. And he passes the ball out to L'Esperance. Now Suzette. Down the line to Fred. Fred is in. Fred makes it 5-2. That will be it. That will be it. That will be it. 5-2 up, 8-3 on aggregate. We'll make a couple of changes now as well. On the hour mark. Look at that match sharpness. All our subs are struggling. It shows how much faith I have in my overall squad. Rob Maffiot is going to come on for Divaldo Hall. And also Jeremiah Rose, who's going to come on for Tomanga Suzette. Rose is a player that I'm using quite a bit and liking quite a bit. If I'd have done that better, I would have shown you who he is. So Jeremiah Rose, potential 3.5 star player, 17-year-old centre midfielder. He's got good determination. He's fairly ambitious as well, so he's got the starting traits to be a decent player. Played only off the bench this season 9 times now, because he played once last season. I'm trying to work out why it didn't look right that he had 9 there and 8 there. It's because he played last season. He came through at the end of last season, didn't he? Of course he did, yes. It's amazing the things I completely forget when I'm playing this game. Is that going to make the changes happen? It does. Hour gone. We are relatively comfortable at this point in time. We are actually due a sending off, so I am worried that we'll get a second yellow card in about 3 or 4 seconds time, as Hall makes it 5-3 on the night, 8-4 on aggregate. The shout of concentrate will go out to the boys now, because even though it's a 4-goal lead, we are capable of doing that sort of thing. Nothing would surprise me at the moment. I think we'll score again as Fred goes through, but it's a good tackle. There's definitely more goals in this game. Hopefully that was the commentator's curse and there'll be nothing more happening in this game. And we'll be through to the next round. Rose on the ball, into Suzette. He finds Lesperance. Lesperance on a hat-trick, crosses and plays it back. And there is the goal. Carlos Law, 6-3, 9-4 in aggregate. And there's still 25 minutes of this one to go. We are going to take... I was going to say we are going to take Lonenzia off. However, Suzette has just picked up a knock. It's a bruised knee. And I think I will have to take him off. But I haven't really got any options available to me. Let's see what we can do. Yes, it's going to have to be a bit of a tactical switch. The novice is doing tactics, and we all know how well that normally ends. We're going to bring off Suzette out of that midfield. Just lying like that, and bring on... We're going to bring in Dioza Agavinfi on as a striker. Go 2 up top. If we can move that button there, we can. So we're going to 4-4-2 formation. Agavinfi is making his competitive debut for us. Just checking that is actually the correct statement. No, it's not. He played in the Cup last season. He is a striker who's probably fairly low down the pecking order. Because remember, we've got 3 or 4 players unavailable to us at the moment. Potential 2-star player, so probably not in the overall grand scheme of life going to be good enough. But he's got a chance to, in the lining 20 minutes of this one, to see what he can do. And hopefully he can show off in front of my loyal and faithful audience. Just over 10 minutes left in this one now. It's been a very, very entertaining game. 9 goals so far. 13 games overall. It was a good decision to show this game as a live com. I wasn't going to, but then I decided at the last minute to do it because I fancied something. If we'd have lost, then it could have been the end of the journey. But as it turns out, it's a victory. It's a lot of goals, and it's a chance for us to celebrate in the delight of our youngsters scoring lots of goals. Scrappy in the middle, but we get the ball, and Agafinfi is in, and Agafinfi scores his first senior goal for the club. Bigged him up and saying he had a chance to show us what he could do, and to be fair, it's a very, very good finish, but 7-3 up. This has been some game of football. And it's still not over yet. 8 minutes to go. Manu on the ball. Plays into Zila. But it's a good tackle by Efta. But Manu wins it back to Hall. Hall shoots from distance. And that is 7-4. 10-5 on aggregate. Hall has a hat-trick. Is he the star man of this game? The commentary has just said. But I don't think he is personally. Because Lesperance has a hat-trick as well. 8-4. 11-5. It's some game of football and there's still another 7 minutes to go. You certainly get entertained watching the Anse Reunion boys these days. There's Law, Maria, Rose, loses the ball. Hall now, looking for a 4th. Zila, Marengo, can he shoot? He does, but that's a world-class save from Thomas Hall. Diving down, but he clawed it away. A corner, entering stoppage time now. Whips into the near post, and it's put wide by Moussard. Is that going to be the end of this one? 8-4. 12 goals in it. 11-5 on aggregate. That is value for money in the Seychelles League Cup tonight. And that should be the game over. And it is. A fairly useless highlight to end the game, but that's what Football Manager does. Anse Reunion 8. Foresters 4. I think. I lost count towards the end there. Lesperance got a hat-trick. Fred got 2. Maria, Law and Agafinfi scoring the goals. And we are through to the next round, which is the quarterfinals of the Seychelles Football Cup. So from me, the FM Novice, to you, the audience, thank you very much for watching, and we'll talk again very, very soon. Good night.